Okay, so you've read the title, seen the thumbnail, you know what this video is about. We're gonna be discussing revenue from my little YouTube channel. In my first year I was monetized. Now, if you've seen the channel already, for a few of my tutorials maybe, you know I don't like to waste time. So in case you are just curious and just wanna know how much gross revenue I made in my first year, I will tell you right away and show you the graph. Basically, I made 1,061 euros and 65 cents during the first 365 days I was monetized. However, profit is never as simple as money in or gross revenue. So in case you want to stay for the video, I can promise you we have very in-depth analysis. I have not seen anyone on YouTube do proper in-depth analysis. And I'm also going to give out a couple of tips in case there are any people among you who want to be YouTubers or maybe have a small YouTube channel and are thinking about getting monetized or not being monetized. Let's get straight into it. So as you can see, I have actually started to be monetized in around half the month of May in 2022, so exactly 1 year ago. Now, why did I start in that period? Was it because I did just meet the criteria to be monetized? Actually, not really. I met the criteria, which is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Now they've also added I think 1 million views in shorts, something like that. You can also be monetized that way. But for the traditional YouTube partnership program, you just want 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in 1 year to be eligible. Now, I opened this channel in actually 2020, back in the day, but I had to take a little hiatus from the channel due to the fact that basically, well, I moved city, I moved house, and also unfortunately we were in a very bad period with graphic cards, with PC gaming, and I wasn't able to buy GPUs and buy computers for my content, because when I buy stuff I also have to resell it to get the money back, to buy new stuff, to make new videos and to have fun. So I wasn't really able to do that in that period, so I had to take a bit of a break. So I actually got back into posting videos properly. I think it was around September of 2021, if I remember it properly. It should be, yeah. And I just started posting a few of the older videos, and I already had 1,000 subscribers, and I was actually already very close to the 4,000 hours of watch time. But why did I wait to actually enable and apply for the partnership program? Well, it's because here in Italy, if you are earning money through an online platform that is online 24/7, this is not recognized as a part-time activity, and it is indeed a full-time activity. So you need to open a company to be able to be taxed on this money, or else you are evading taxes, which is pretty bad. So I actually waited until I could open a company for this thing to be monetized. But now, it wasn't just bureaucracy. What happens is, in Italy, and also in many other places, you have a baseline of how much money you have to pay to open a company. Now, it's not just a matter of opening the company, it's mostly money that goes towards your pension fund. Now, here in Italy, the lowest you can pay is around 3,000 euros that go yearly to your pension fund, and you have to pay them regardless of how much money you make. So basically, if I was gonna make less than 3,000 euros per year on YouTube, there was no point in opening up my channel. So you might be wondering, hey, did you actually lose 2,000 euros in your first year? I actually lost more, because on top of that, you have to pay an accountant to open the company, and you have to pay fees to have a bank account for the company, and there are a couple of extra small fees here and there. So all in, I made a rough estimate. For my company, I paid around 6,000 euros in just running expenses. That is taxes, pension funds, accountant, and everything, around 6,000 euros. So if we add that to the 1,060 euros I made from YouTube, I am actually negative 4,960 euros. So as you can see, profit is very easy to turn around. But what if I told you that the 1,000 euros is not actually what I earned? Because the 1,060 euros you see is pre-tax, and now I get taxed first in the US and then in Italy. So they tax me around 25%, maybe a little less actually, in the US, around 20% I think. So that 1,060 euros money I actually got in the bank, I think it's roughly around 800 euros I actually got deposited into my bank. So that's my actually gross revenue, because remember, I then have to be taxed in Italy for my revenue. So thankfully I am young, I have a small company, so I only paid around 5% on the money I earn. So on that 800, I paid around 40 bucks in taxes. So net profit is 760 euros before running expenses, which are around 6,000 euros. So I am currently negative 5,300 and something euros. But what I actually did is my company doesn't only do YouTube. I actually do the computers you see in my videos. So what happens is every PC you see in the video, not everyone, a lot of are for friends or mine, but every PC that I buy for flips, like I will put a couple of videos here of flips I've done, I actually sell them as basically a little shop, not really a shop, like a little contractor, I guess. But basically I do build PCs on commissions, fix PCs, etc. And so I was able to actually pay the 6,000 euros running costs once, both for my PC building activity and for my, let's say, ad generating activity, which is basically YouTube. That makes sense because the two activities are very much intertwined. So again, it's not too bad. But something you might be considering if you're thinking about, again, getting a monetized channel is this thing. So if you are gonna monetize your channel, it's basically not worth it unless you want to evade taxes, which I don't recommend, unless you are making basically around 5,000 euros per year, pretty much, from YouTube, which is around, let's say, roughly 500 bucks a month, for 450 euros per month. How can you estimate how much money you will be making? Pretty simple. So in the graph I'm putting on the screen right now, you can also see how many views I've made in my first year. And now those are a mix of shorts and long format content. Now the shorts doesn't really pay much at all. I will put how much I made from shorts as well. As you can see, it's a fraction, it's around 100 euros, less than 100 euros. So the bulk of my profitability comes from long format videos, and it's what you should be aiming for as well, because shorts don't really pay. There are some shorts channels that make money, but they are usually derivatives of longer form content. So there are content creators who just post short form content and they make a little bit extra money, but unless you're very big, very famous, you don't make much money from shorts, at least not as a small YouTuber like me. So how do you calculate how much money you would be making if you could start your channel, and how do you estimate how much other YouTubers are making? Well, basically YouTube pays you in what's called RPM, which is revenue per miles, and it's basically how much money you get per 1,000 views that you get. So for example, in this very exact moment on my channel, I think I am getting around 1.2 euros per 1,000 views. So basically every 1,000 views I get 1.20 euros. So if I wanted to make 5,000 euros per year to cover my basic running expenses roughly, I would need to make roughly 4 million views. That would cover it. 4 million views in long format content. I think I made around 1 million views this first year, which, if you do the math, equates roughly to the 1,000 euros gross revenue I got. If you want net revenue of 5,000 after taxes, I would need to actually make, I think, 5 to 6 million views in normal videos per year just to break even. So it's very expensive. So this is it. However, you might be wondering, hey, YouTube ad revenue isn't everything that you're making. There are sponsorship as well, and that's very true. So yeah, I did not get any sponsorship pretty much. I just got one, and I was paid very little. I can't disclose how much, but basically let's say I was paid anything between 50 and 200 euros total for the whole sponsorship, and that's how much I got from sponsorship this year. However, you might be wondering, but aren't you getting free products? I see you just did your personal build with like the height case, Arctic fans, deep cooler, the Crucial sent you the SSD. Yes, I do am getting all these things, but none of them are thanks to YouTube. They are all thanks to Instagram. For those of you that don't know, my main platform is actually Instagram. I am trying to push it towards YouTube since I like longer format content a bit better. However, on Instagram I have 25,000 followers, which is not that much, I know, but it's decent for a tech page. And I make quite a bit of views. I make actually over 1 million views a month. Over there, on a decent month, I make 2 million views per month, so I'm doing well there. And so Instagram allows me to get product samples. I don't take paid sponsorships for reviews or for products to use because I think it would be a conflict of interest. So if I am going to use your product, I don't want to get paid, I just want to get the product for free to test it and use it. That's what I do. I do take sponsorships, I will do, but it has to be something I believe is a good service, and it has to be a service, not a product. I really don't want to get paid for products. But anyways, YouTube really didn't get me any sponsorship deals. If anything, it lost me quite a bit of sponsorship deals, because I was talking to a few brands and I was like, yeah, I'd like to showcase your product. It doesn't really fit my Instagram, but I can give you a very detailed YouTube review about it and put it in like a build video, in a PC video, do a full setup with it. And they were like, no, your channel is too small, we don't want to work with you. So yeah, YouTube is not going too well. I mean, it's not going too well in terms of sponsorship, but I'm very happy with the channel, and it's really, it makes me happy to make the videos, to watch them later. I'm really happy about it, and it's really fun for me, so I'm happy to do it. But yeah, the money on YouTube isn't really there for me. Let me tell you something. The first time I actually got money deposited into my bank, it was just like an amazing feeling, because it's just money from the sky coming in from online. I remember I was like in university and I just checked the bank and I had like $60 received, and I was like, oh, what's this? And it, like, after checking, it was actually Google, because they can't actually deposit you money at the start. You have to hit a threshold, which is like 50 to 75 bucks, I think it's 50, like 50 bucks. They change it all the time, but like 50 bucks, then they can deposit you the money on your bank account, and they deposit it always the same day. It's around the 22 of every month. They just deposit the money in your bank account. It's kind of cool. I wish it can become my job in the future. I really like it. But anyways, it was a very cool feeling to just get it. But then again, the threshold limit tells you that you should not get monetized if you're gonna be making like 10 cents a day, because it's gonna take you like 3 months to get the first deposit, and I think it's not worth it. It's better to just wait a bit, and once the channel has gotten a bit of traction, you can just get monetized, and it's gonna be better financially. That's my advice. Again, not financial advice, that's what everybody says on the finance YouTube niche. But anyways, something else I want to tell you: is it fun to make YouTube videos? Yes. Should you do it? Absolutely yes. Is it worth the time you put into it? No. So even like on the videos I made the most money, I think I made under 100 euros in the video that made me the most money. Even then, like the time that goes into doing the YouTube video is like multiple hours. Then there is like editing, thumbnail, title, description, and like putting the cards and like uploading it and stuff, moving the footage around. I think it takes me like the time it takes for every video is like, on the conservative side, it's like 5 hours per video, all in. So even on the best video, let's say I make 50 bucks in a video, which would be very good, by the way. I wish I'd make 50 bucks for every video. It would be like 10 bucks an hour, which is very little, at least in Italy. You know, you can be a waiter and make more money. So it's not worth it for the money. It's gotta be something you do for passion, I genuinely think. But anyways, this was a bit of a different video. It was about, again, the channel, a bit of more insight into me, in case you like it. And from now on, we get back to the usual tech stuff, building PCs, flipping PCs, and all that good stuff. So if you like this video, please drop a like and a sub. If you are a YouTuber yourself or have any tips for me, please give them to me. I'm still learning, I have much to learn. I need your tips. Please give me tips on how to improve the channel. Tell me my thumbnail sucks, whatever you want. And see you in the next one, guys. Bye.